What's up guys, me Hunter from Reptile Events, and this is my bull snake. Today we're going to actually talk about free handling venomous snakes. Yeah, the reason why I'm going to talk about free handling venomous snakes is because I want to tell you my opinion about it. I'm not going to really show you how to free handle a venomous snake because that would be the most dangerous thing ever to do, and that would be very irresponsible thing to do. Because also another thing I want to tell you is, I don't have any venomous snakes. All I have is mostly non-venomous. But I do have a rear fang venomous snake, but it doesn't count because it's not deadly, and on top of that, he has a very poor delivery system. His name is Spartacus, and I do sometimes free handle him. But you have to be cautious sometimes with a rear fang snake as well, if they do tend to be very bitey. So my recommendation is to get a hook when you're handling a rear fang snake, because it's still a venomous snake. If it becomes like a hot, treat it like a hot. Like I said before in my care video, when I was actually doing a care video for Spartacus. Yeah, if you ever want to check out that video, you can check out the link in the description box below. Okay. Now, when it comes to free handling venomous snakes, it's definitely not a recommended thing by a lot of people because they say it's dangerous. It's also irresponsible. Me, on the other hand, I really am mixed about it because sometimes I do think it's responsible and sometimes I think it's irresponsible. It depends on how you actually handle the snake. If you're abusing it, I will judge you. I will judge you for owning a snake or anything like that because, frankly, I don't like when people abuse snakes at all. I don't like when people abuse venomous snakes or probably non-venomous snakes. I never like animal abuse in the slightest. If you're abusing your snake, definitely don't recommend you having a snake in the slightest at all. Doesn't matter if you have a venomous snake or a non-venomous snake. Don't recommend you having snakes at all. So now when you're handling snakes like this one, for instance, it's a bull snake. This is a non-venomous snake. It's best you handle it like this. Venomous sliver on your hands. Do not grab him. Do not actually, wrap him around your arm. That would be a lot of stress on the snake. Just let him sliver like this. Let him be comfortable. Just let him be comfortable. This is called reading the snake's body language. This way they know they're comfortable with you handling them. That way they know you're not a threat. Now, you can actually free handle a rear fang snake. Sometimes they become comfortable with them. But if they do become nutty, it's best you have a hook. This right here is a snake hook. Best tool to use when handling venomous snakes. So when it comes to handling venomous snakes, this is one of the best tools to use when it comes to handling venomous snakes. Yeah, very best tool to use when it comes to handling venomous snakes. Very best tool. Yeah, like I say, venomous snakes are not for everybody. They're not really, meant for everyone when it comes to owning them and everything. It's best to start with non-venomous snakes. Now, when it comes to venomous snakes, when you're trying to start with one, there are no venomous snakes on training wheels. Like Fiber Keeper said, there are no venomous snakes on training wheels because when it comes to venomous snakes, you have to have a lot of experience. And on top of that, you have to know what you're really doing. You also have to have a lot of training as well. You also have to have very secured enclosures. You have to basically know what you're doing when you're owning a venomous snake. And when it comes to venomous snakes, you have to know a lot about them. You have to really respect them. You have to make sure you have all the things you need when it comes to handling venomous snakes. And sooner or later, I might get more venomous snakes and stuff. I used to actually have a venomous snake. I used to have a penguin rattlesnake. That's what I used to have a long time ago. But I don't have one anymore. I used to have one. But the only snake that's actually considered to be venomous in my collection, well, he's actually rear fang venomous, and he has a very poor delivery system. It's actually a full score cobra. But I do free handle him at times. But I still sometimes don't recommend free handling a full score cobra, because if they do get nutty, it's best you use a hook. Because the reason why it's best to use a hook with those kind of snakes, because they do act nutty at times. And when they do act nutty, that's when they'll get ready to bite you. So it's best to use a hook when you're handling a full score cobra. Now, a full score cobra means they're not actually a cobra. They're just, false. They actually have a hood, but it doesn't really say, it doesn't say vertical like a cobra does. Cobras will just rear up and just show that hood off as a defense mechanism. Full score cobras, on the other hand, they basically just show a hood and let you know that might be dangerous or something like that. He might be dangerous or something like that. But even though they're not really dangerous in the slightest, and on top of that, their venom is very poor. So their venom system is very poor. So getting bite from a full score cobra is just not going to be really a big deal to worry about. And there's no anti-venom for a full score cobra because you don't really need it. That's why they don't have any anti-venom for a full score cobra. Stuff. Yeah. But do I recommend a beginner for a full score cobra? Absolutely not. I do not recommend any beginners for a full score cobra because they're an advanced snake. You have to know a lot about snakes before thinking about getting one, even though they're not really as terrible as any other, hard snake out there. They're actually very calm and not very bitey, and on top of that, they can be very nice at times. But the problem with them is the caging, the cleaning, and on top of that, the handleability for a full score cobra. They can sometimes be nutty. They also need a big cage because they get to 10 feet. They get to 10 feet long. And on top of that, their handling can be a bit difficult at times. It depends on their behavior. Now with these snakes right here, the bull snake, their behavior is a bit mellow. It depends on how you handle it and stuff. Sometimes they'll hiss, sometimes they'll bite, sometimes they'll strike. It depends on her mood. I have a female and she is definitely very hissy. I do not free handle her at all. She acts just like a venomous snake. This one right here does not. He does hiss a little, but he doesn't hiss too much. He's actually very calm. He's very calm. He's a very calm snake, and he loves being handled. Stuff. He really does. How beautiful he is. This is a heat albino, people. This is. Oh, sorry. This is a heat albino. Very awesome snake. Beautiful. Very beautiful snake. So yeah. So like I said before, do I recommend you free handling venomous snake? Absolutely not. I do not recommend you free handling venomous snakes in the slightest. It's definitely not a good thing to do. If you're very experienced and know what you're doing, maybe you can free handle them. But like I said, I don't recommend it. I just go by hooks. I will definitely just go with hooks because free handling venomous can be dangerous. It depends how you handle the snake and stuff. It all depends on how you handle it and stuff. It all depends on that. Because snakes, when it comes to snakes, you have to read their body, you have to read their body language, you have to read their body language when handling them. It's all about the body language because the body language is very important when it comes to handling snakes. This way snakes will know if you're not a threat. This way they'll know that you're respecting them, and this way you know that they can definitely sense the fact you're not a threat at all. You're just there to take care of them and actually care for what they are and stuff. You know you're giving them a lot of respect. And this snake right here knows I'm giving it a lot of respect, and also he's letting me handle him like this a lot. And you should know I'm being very gentle. I'm not like twisting him around my arm or like grabbing him. I'm just letting him sliver and letting him do his thing. That's the best way to handle a snake. I do not recommend you just like wrap them around your arm. That's definitely going to stress out the snake. And do not grab the head. That can really scare it. That can make him think you're a threat. So I do not recommend you do that in the slightest. Just let him slip. Just let the snake slither, and do not try to grab it. Just let your fingers glide through when the snake is slithering on you, like this. This is the best way to hold him. Oh, excuse me, sorry. He likes to slither a lot. There we go. Yeah, he likes to slither a lot. He's hissing a bit, and he's actually okay. He's good. He's never bit me at all. He's never bite me. He's a really good snake. Very calm, male and stuff. That's why it's best to get male snakes, because they're much more calmer than the females are. Female snakes are a little more meaner and defensive. Alright, it's time to put him back where his girlfriend. Get the cat away from the snakes. Come on. Okay, James is back. Okay, before I actually get off this video, I do recommend you buy this book. It's a book called Lizard Snakes of Alabama. It's a really good book. I do highly recommend you read this book. It's actually a really good book to read. It is a good book to actually read. It's written by Craig Geyer, Mark A. Bailey, and also Robert H. Mallett. They're watching this. I do highly recommend this book. I really highly recommend it. It's a great book. I'm definitely kind of this far right here. So yeah, that way, yeah, I got this much to finish. So, but it's a great book. I love it. If you ever want to get it, I do highly recommend you buy this book. It's going to be at Books A Million on Amazon and stuff. So yeah, I'm Hunter Riley from Reptile Events. If you ever want to donate to my Patreon, you can donate to it if you want to. Because I have a good amount of subscribers. I have 40 subscribers now. That's a good thing to know. And I also have over 600 likes. I have 622 likes on my Facebook page. That's good. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm Hunter Reptile Events, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.